Hello and welcome back to more Dwarf Fortress. I'm gonna be playing Dwarf Fortress. Isn't that a surprise? I don't really know what else to tell you besides the fact that we're gonna play Dwarf Fortress, because that's all we're going to do. Anyway, I don't remember where we left off. But I do remember is that we have work to do. Probably mining. Right, working on the city to build up staircases. Here, see you, I think? Yes, it is. That's right, I know my things. Yeah. Let's see, what should I build out? Granite, or I guess that works too. Yeah, let's see, building up staircases, that's B, capital C, and then U. Down staircases, B, capital C, and then D. And walls, B, capital C, W. But not that you really need to know that. Just I want to know. Oh, what's he want? Does he actually have everything? Or does he want something? No, he has everything. He's just doing something. Well, he gets back soon because we need brew. We need to brew more things. Actually, we don't need to brew more things. We only got 7,012. Yeah, I believe that. I don't know. I probably said this 1,000 times already, but I believe the dwarves eat twice per season and drink 4 times every season, which means that you really don't need that much food for your dwarves. And I think farm plots, I think plum helmets go in 25 days, which means that every season you get about 3 plum helmets. Okay, let's see. A overmaster created something of a rubber wood scepter as well. Which means that every season you get, I mean, assuming you only would harvest 1, you would not be able to feed 1 dwarf with each farm plot. But if you get stacks larger than 1, I'm pretty sure it only takes 1 from each stack to feed your people, which is nice because that way, if your farmers do get more than 1 thing, which they quite often do, that means that it takes only really 1 farm plot per dwarf. And if you're like 1,000,000 farm plots and you only have 50 dwarves, like that's more than enough for 50 dwarves. In fact, 1 of those would probably be enough for 50 dwarves, but I like over-farming just in case, because usually I do lock myself inside my fortress later on and only open up for caravans. Because if I open up for sieges, my guys get utterly killed because for some reason I'm incapable of fighting at all. Which I don't really get, but it's how the world is. Or, for me. Let's see, smelting copper, smelting tetrahedrite ore, and copper things. Let's see, farming, excessive querns. Let's see, do we have a fish dude doing anything? Do we even have one? Oh yeah, we have a fish dude. Here's fish dude. Nobody's doing things in the fish dude place, but we have the fish dude. Let's see, mugs. Who's making rock pots? Is anybody making rock pots? Okay, good. So you two are making rock pots. This guy's making a mug. So it's 3 pots, 1 mug. Now I have another mug. Maybe get another few stonecrafters here soon. So yeah, good work on your skills. You brew. Experience that name. Okay, I want to go find out how much this is worth. Let's see, 6,000. Yeah, to check on your artifacts, which is what they do whenever they enter mood, you press L for artifacts, and then you just use the arrow keys to select which one and press enter over it. You can look at descriptions, see what they are, but that doesn't really matter. Things, this one's worth 4,800, this one's worth 8,400, this one's only worth 6,000. Yeah, none of my people really made anything that good yet. Z is for the whole overview. You know, I probably should explain this stuff at the beginning, but I didn't. You have your current wealth, which is, this is used for like sieging and attacking and trading, I think. Other objects is where the artifacts are, which is why it's so high. And then, unless this stuff makes sense. See, other, I'm not exactly sure. I'm pretty sure that includes prepared meals. Plant, fish, meat, self-explanatory, seed, self-explanatory, drink, you know, beer. You have all this. Trained animals are like war dogs. Other animals are just everything else. And then up here at the top, you can use the arrow keys to select more options like justice to see criminals. And that's how many I believe it recommends in case there's like a tantrum spiral. I don't remember exactly what it is. I think that's what it is. Here's the health overview where it tells tells you, like, the health of everything. And then there's also different, there's, like, more than one part to this whole health diagnostic thing. There's a lot of health stuff, but, yeah, you don't really need to check this too often, unless you're really into the whole maintaining thing. This is all your stocks. Everything, assuming that your bookkeeper is set to a high enough level. Oh, yeah. To get rid of the lag that happens when you go into stone, you can press page down, and it'll just skip it, and then you can go right back up. And let's see, bars, gold bars, copper bars, 7 copper bars. Okay, well. Oh, and then, sorry, there's still more. And then, let's see, animals, you can choose, you can butcher, or tell people whether they can have them as their pet or not. Kitchen, you can tell the people what they can cook and what they can brew, and what they can't cook and what they can't brew. Steel, you can, or stone, you can change what stones are used for, and if they're allowed to be used for normal things. Because if it's red, that means that it can only be used for the tasks listed on the right side. But if it's not, or if it's green, then you can use it. Then they use it for anything. Anywho, moving on. Let's see how many he harvested. You got 1. You have 3. So yes, that together would be enough to feed 2 dwarves, assuming I didn't brew anything, which I will, but assuming I didn't. Ooh, are they mining down here? Okay, one of the guys is coming down here. And one of the guys is doing that thing right there. Another guy's doing that thing right there as well. Okay. Let's see, one guy's coming over here. Yeah, the flashing blocks show you which one they're going to mine. Although it doesn't, it's kind of hard to tell who's going to mine what until you see them actually do it. Well, you can go like this. Wait, no, you can't. Never mind. That's for something else. But yeah, you can kind of tell what I'm doing. Really care. Like here, you can see the guy doing it, and if you were to go like, and stuff like that, you just press V over the job. You could press J to get to that menu. You scroll to the job and press B, and it tells you. People mining. Oh, what happened? Oh, cool. Human caravan. Nothing bad. Okay. Ooh. Did I really just put all those mugs in? Cool. Jeez. That's just like a mug. Yeah, I made, these things, they're called macros. To make them, you press, Control R to begin recording, then it'll record all the keys you press until you press Control R again, and then it'll stop. To save it, you press Control S, and then you get to type in the name. To use it, you press Control P, and then to load different ones, you press Control L. Which makes perfect sense, but not to some people, I'm sure. I don't have very much stuff to trade. I don't really use those bars though. Okay, so yeah, we said a few things to be brought over there. Yeah, a few. Anyway. Do I even have any nest boxes? Oh yeah, I put them all there. Okay. Well, waiting for him to trade with me, so we can do a trading thing. Get all trading. How much armor do you have here? Got some gauntlets, definitely. High boots, more gauntlets. Are you like... Oh, I guess everybody's probably taking everything except for the high boots and the gauntlets, because everybody has like high boots and gauntlets, I guess. I don't know. But apparently... Well, you have everything, which is nice, so I'm pretty well protected against pretty much all animals and any weapon less than copper. I'm pretty sure iron weapons can be deflected by copper. The steel will probably just shred through. Let's see, you need a high boot. You need a gauntlet high boot. You need a gauntlet high boot, chain leggings, mail shirt. Everything except for shield and spear, and everything except for shield. Which means, yeah, you kind of need a spear. Quarters, one spear, copper. So, yeah, it's most important that you guys have weapons over any other item. because, I mean, armor is great, but if they don't have weapons, then they won't train in whatever you want, and they'll end up becoming wrestlers, which is probably not what you want, because wrestlers aren't good. And if you want wrestlers, you're not going to have very good troops, because wrestlers do not fight very well. Now, let's see about more tables. And more chairs. Chair, okay. Another chair, I guess, because 2 more chairs is too good. Dwarf. Let's see, you are going to town on that stuff. Making beds. We don't need beds that much, though. And again, I guess we could, bins. Yeah, bins are nice. Because, your drawers will put things in bins. Well, eventually. Okay. Yeah, eventually your drawers will start placing some bins, which means that you won't have to haul as much to the trade depot, which means that it'll end up working, a lot more quickly.